morning, everybody. Good morning, Molly.
Good morning, Tiff. How are you?
I'm doing well. It's Giving Tuesday today, so I think a lot of people are hoping that people are feeling generous.
Yeah, I hope so too. It started back in 2012.
Yeah.
It turned global. It's basically a day to do good.
It is, absolutely. It inspired and turned into a big thing with a lot of big matches. So we'll talk a little bit more about some of that a little bit later in the show.
Yeah, and I think what's great about it is the concept that every act of generosity matters. You know, whether it's a neighbor, a stranger, someone in your life that you make smile. So I like the idea of Giving Tuesday. And as you said, a lot of companies will do matches. So it's important to check that out if that's available to you.
Yeah, and I like that it comes on the back end of all these shopping days where we're shopping for ourselves, shopping for people, doing all that. It's time to kind of turn that into something else.
Yep, you're absolutely right. The Black Friday, the Small Business Saturday, then we got Cyber Monday, followed by always Giving Tuesday, which is kind of a nice evolution of days. So I'm going to switch gears just a little bit. I don't know if you've seen this. I've seen it all over social media, especially with parents who have young children. A lot of people know about Elf on the Shelf. You know, you wake up and every day it's a hunt for your elf on the shelf.
Yeah, where did the elf go? Santa lets it know where to go.
Right. So apparently this year there's a quarantine elf on the shelf, and the elf might be in a jar or might be in a picture frame. But the idea, so that parents know if you know the elf doesn't seem to be moving each night, is that it's made this trip from the North Pole. So it might be quarantine elf for 14 days.
Oh. So kids need to know too if the elf hasn't taken a movement, maybe it's not allowed to yet.
Exactly.
Although that didn't sound right, did it? If it hasn't taken a movement.
Yeah, it's just kind of funny. Just thinking about it.
Yeah. So okay, good.
Sign
That's
of the
good to know
times.
that even the elves are being safe this year.
Exactly.
I like that. Okay, I want to test you a little bit because I sort of gave you a heads up on this because there are these slang words that we are all way too old to use. But I think this is interesting because it might need, it sometimes helps us understand kids, right? Or the kids that you have at home. Some of these words that they use, which Molly and I joked this morning as we were talking about it, right? I said, by the time this makes it to adults, explaining it to adults, they're probably outdated. But did you know most of these? Because we'll go through, I'll say the word and you tell me what description you know, right?
Yeah, so these, as you said, these are all slang words. You did give me the list yesterday.
Yeah.
I have heard my kids using them, but it's seriously like a whole new language to me. So most of the time I'm like, what does that mean?
Well, that's what I'm wondering. Like, how does this even happen when kids aren't together? How are they coming up with these slang terms? I mean, this has got to be all technology type driven words.
Oh, it's all texting, social media, the whole deal. Yeah.
Well, and that's what I noticed because most of these are just one words that replace entire thoughts, sentences, and feelings. So here, I'm going to hit you. The first one is extra. What's that mean?
Yep. My kids all agree on this. This means somebody who's maybe obnoxious, but they try too hard. They're just extra.
Yeah, they say
so
over the top, excessive, and dramatic behavior.
Okay.
All right. How about T-E-A?
T, like this is the T. Like this is super cool. I'd use the word cool as a not cool adult, but T just means, yeah, this is really hip. This is really with it.
Okay. They say T means juicy gossip between friends.
Oh, yeah. You know, I think that one actually might have like a second meaning, but you're right about that. Yeah.
Okay. How about flex?
Flex means to show off or brag, you know, kind of like you're flexing your muscles.
Totally. How about fit? Nice fit.
Fit. I think fit means outfit.
It
so
does.
like, check out that fit.
Yeah. I like
Is
fit.
it?
It's cute. Okay. All right. Slaps.
Okay. So slaps was one I had not heard. And slaps means something is good. Something's really good.
Right. Like they use it in this sentence. They say the pizza slaps.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Okay. Pizza's really good. Yeah.
That's it. I mean, did they educate you on any others?
Yeah. So they added a couple that I wanted to mention in case your kids are saying this. So one of them is fire.
Okay.
Fire sort of means the same as no, it sort of means the same as slaps. Like really good. Like that pizza's fire.
Okay.
And the other one that cracks me up is cap.
Oh, they have no cap on this list.
Oh, no cap. So it means like no lie.
Yeah.
That's what they say. So no cap or he's capping means he's lying or he's making it up or he's telling truth. what's funny is my kids responded mostly by text to me about these words.
Of course.
And they all were like, I used flex, slap, spit, and fire, or whatever. Like they went through the list, and it just was the funniest conversation. But I think parents, this is something your kids, I think it's a great way to connect with kids because they like to inform you about their slang. So I actually had some really funny conversations with my kids about it. And then the funniest thing is my son, who's almost 18, he's like, oh, and mom, don't use these words on your show.
You're like, sorry, too late, bud. Well, that's the thing, because when kids are hearing this, they're like, oh, she said it, and didn't say it with the right inflection for sure.
Exactly. Yeah, you're so fired, Tiff.
I remember when we tried to use lit, because remember that was like the word for a while, and it's like,
Yeah.
I mean, we're just way too old, which I love. I think it's fantastic. So,
I do too.
yeah, we can have. It's good to relate to the kids and obviously connect a little bit, but yeah, maybe we'll leave those to them.
Yeah, I think that's probably a good idea. So we're going to talk about our sound off question. We might have a little bit more time later on in the show to talk about this. I think it's a good one. We posted it on Facebook. We asked something about this that's sort of similar last week. I think you talked about it when I was off. But I think it's a fun one to talk about now that we're finally into December, the holiday season truly upon us, Giving Tuesday. So we want to know, what's something your family always does to celebrate the holidays? It could be a tradition. It could be something fun or funny you do, a appetizer you always make, whatever it is, tell us about it. And we'll talk about it a little later in the show.
Love it.
All right. First